Hi, my name's Jose. I grew up as a Jehovah's Witness. The reason I'm making this video is because it was my birthday yesterday. I'm 44, first of all. And I was watching some other ex-Jehovah's Witness videos, namely Coco, ex-JW Unbaptized Publisher. And she is so inspirational to me because that's me. I'm an unbaptized publisher. I never got baptized. A little bit of a difference, I guess, for me is that we were converted to the Jehovah's Witness religion when we were kids by my mom. So I was 5 when she converted to Jehovah's Witnesses. And she really believes it. I mean, she prayed to Jehovah when I was 5 because she was in a bad situation, and she had prayed to him because she had studied with the Jehovah's Witnesses when I was, I think, 2 in another town. And they had never come to her door in this new town. And she prayed to them on him on a Thursday and said, you know, if you really are Jehovah, you know, I'm going to kill myself. And then they were at her door. The Jehovah's Witnesses were at her door that Saturday. So she totally took that as a sign. And changed our lives. Now, when you are a Jehovah's Witness, you know that you're supposed to put away the old personality. I mean, this is one of the things that we have to do. Well, when you're a little kid coming into, and you haven't even really developed your personality and you're having to put it away, it can be pretty traumatic. So I have PTSD. I had a work accident when I was 28, and I ended up with anxiety and agoraphobia. And I don't know if you know what agoraphobia is, but it means you have a hard time leaving your house. And for 3 years, I actually had a hard time leaving even my bedroom. But I certainly wouldn't leave the house without my kids or my partner. And it's only recently, like, they knew that it was from my childhood when I actually found out that I had PTSD a couple of years later, because I took, you know, I was following the doctor's instructions. I was taking their medication for anxiety and depression, and it wasn't helping. It was actually making things worse. And so I started doing some research about anxiety. And because of my work accident, they put me through like a retraining program. And I went and lived in a hospital at it was part of the hospital, but it was like a pain management clinic. And at the pain management clinic, that's where they told me that I had PTSD from my childhood. I didn't know I had PTSD. And it's actually just recently, like in the last few months, that I've realized that the PTSD is actually from being a Jehovah's Witness and the expectations that were expected of me as a Jehovah's Witness. Is there anybody out there that's dealing with this? Because it's actually really affected my life in the way that I have no idea who I am. I don't know who I am. I'm pretty good at coming in and just acting like all the other people, and I'll hang out with them for a while, but I don't make any long-lasting friendships that way. I literally have like one real friend that I, you know, talk to on the daily, and I have a lot of acquaintances and people that I'm friendly with, and, you know, but I don't trust people. It's very difficult for me to build friendships, to build relationships. And it all stems from, you know, being converted into the Jehovah's Witness religion when I was a little kid, and then having to deal with that. I never did become baptized. I started to go through for baptism when I was about 12. My brother was 16. He was going through for baptism. He actually did get baptized, the only one of us 4 kids, with us, you know, with only my mom. My mom was a single parent. We weren't a model Jehovah's Witness family at all. My mom had mental health issues. She has seasonal affective disorder, which she didn't know at the time. So every winter she'd get really depressed, like hospitalized depressed. And so there wasn't like rules in our house, like a ruliness, like things were, I guess, a little out of control. She did try to get us to, you know, do the door-to-door thing, but because of her mental health, we never really did much door to door. I did try it. We practiced at home. Like, she tried to get us to do it, but we didn't follow through. But when my brother was going through for baptism, I started to look at going through for baptism. So I became a publisher, and, so I could start putting in my time, because you had to be a publisher first and go out in the ministry as part of the requirements for being able to be baptized. And so I was going through the book, the book of the questions for baptism, and I realized while I'm reading these questions, I was lucky that I was smart enough to be able to see through what was really happening. And it was at that time that I said, oh, if I'm never baptized, I can never be disfellowshipped. I was wrong, because when I became a teenager, I did get marked for smoking cigarettes. I guess there must have been more than 2 witnesses. But I did get pulled into the back room for smoking cigarettes, and I was marked at that point. And that's the same thing as being disfellowshipped. You're considered bad association. It's not quite as bad, I guess. I don't think I had to leave the meetings before the song was over. I think I was still allowed to be blessed by prayer. And okay. But I don't know where I was headed to with that. I did have a car accident 3 years ago. I have post-concussion brain issues. I'm come a long way. And I'm just going to keep going. What can you do? Just keep moving on. So back to this. It was my birthday yesterday. I was 44, and my partner gave me a card. And I will read to you what the card said. The beginning of the card really struck me. It actually kind of he's usually pretty good at cards, and this year I felt like, what? You don't even know me. All right, so this is what it says. It says, here's to the woman who knows who she is and where she is in life. A woman of confidence and experience. A woman who lives and loves with passion and is true to herself in all things. Here's to you, a woman 1 year older, wiser, and more admired than ever. I actually started to cry. I said, I don't know who I am. And I don't know where I am in life. I don't feel confident. And I do have experience. And I do live in love with passion. And I am true to myself in all things. But the confidence, I just not feeling that. Is anybody else out there not feeling like they have what it takes to really be a confident person? So I was talking to another friend of mine, right after that, and I was telling them, I was reading to them my card, and she says, well, that's not how I see you at all. She says, I see you as a confident person. She says, you know what confidence is? And this person has psychoeducational background. So I tend to take the things that she tells me at face value. And she says, confidence is being able to move forward in the face of unsteadiness. And I started to laugh. I said, oh my God, I must be teeming with confidence, because that's literally all I've ever done in my whole life. And it kind of changed my perspective on confidence in that moment. And I realized that maybe I do have confidence. And maybe I do know where I am in life. I'm still working on knowing who I am. I have no idea who I am. I've been so busy trying to make everybody else happy so that I be safe that I don't know who I am. But I'm working on that one right now. I know that I've become a spiritual person. My spirituality is different than everybody else's. It's not the same as it used to be, and it's not the same as it will be in the future, because as I continue to gain knowledge, my spirituality will change. I believe in the energy of the universe. I believe that everything is connected. I believe that there's good in everything, and I believe that there's bad in everything. I've been studying different types of religions. Not because I ever want to join one. I'm not an organized religion believer. But I am interested in knowing what other people believe. I find it fascinating, and I have no reason to tell them what to believe. But I'd love to hear what they have to believe, so that I will pick and choose what I want in my spirituality. You know, that's how I do it. And I welcome for anyone else to do what they want to do. And I will love them as much as I love myself in whatever they believe. Even if it's not what I believe. Even if I disagree with what they say, they might just be at their part in their journey in their life, that's what they need to be able to step up to the next stone. I'm okay with that. I am hoping that there's people out there that are feeling the same as I, and maybe I can help them just by talking about it, because I certainly was listening to other channels to make me want to talk about myself. Obviously, you know, we all follow the big ones, but lately I've been watching a lady, Coco XJW, ex-unbaptized publisher, and she's really inspired me to talk about myself, which I would have never done. I am the type of person that I want to hide away. I want to isolate. I don't really want people to know who I am. But I think that I may not be the only one. And I think that it stems from the patterns that were set upon us as children, especially in the Jehovah Witness organization / religion / cult, whatever you want to call it. It's all of the above, you know. But then again, I think that all religions can be like that. And I think even government and country can be like that. It's a culture. Culture equals cult. I mean, it's a short form. But if we can all just like balance it out, you know, check out the pros and the cons and try to be the middle way, maybe we could all get along a little bit more. I find that extremities at either end causes the imbalance. So if we could be a little bit more gray instead of black and white, we could probably just get along a lot much better. Some people can without, you know, having to tell other people how to think. But most people out there want other people to think the same as they do. And that's not me. I really like diversity. I think it's what makes life great. And I actually spoke to my mom one day about Armageddon. I said, do you really think, I said, that after Armageddon, there's going to be no more tears? I said, how could I really be happy today if I wasn't crying yesterday to know what sadness is? I mean, we live in a binary world. I says, do you think we're going back to unity? I says, do you think that he's going to take away the knowledge that we got ourselves by eating the fruit, the super fruit? If that was the plan, I guess we're going back to undomesticated humans. We're going to be like my cat now, not knowing what's good and bad again. Like, I sometimes wonder about that, about the organization. Is that why they hide all the bad stuff that they do? Because they don't want knowledge of good and bad? What, they think this is the Garden of Eden? Personally, like, is God going to go back in his plan? Because if it wasn't his plan for us to have knowledge, I thought he knew the future. Well, enough about that. Please comment on what I have to say. I'm lost. I'm working on who I am. I'm going to get there. And I'd love to hear what everybody else is doing to figure out who they are, if they're on the same journey as me. I hope you all have a great day and take care. Lots of love.